Go see that.
There it is. All right, Rojo behind the scene is going to be entering people on Zoom, and we already have a great participation. So, all right, to start here at the South Bay office with our mission and our beliefs and our vision to provide agents with a place where they will be empowered, trained and motivated to experience growth and a legacy that allows them to live their best life possible. Believe when the values of your own company align with your own beliefs, you know you found your professional home. And our vision to achieve amazing professionals and develops here at KW South Bay to remain the agency of choice. Give yourselves a round of applause, please. I think it's important. We are changing up our slides, and I wanted to introduce you to the support team here, right? And I think it's important to understand that we're here to support you and who are the people that you can go to, right? So again, we do have our kwhub.com where you can get all of the information, but as we move forward, we're constantly going to be throwing this information at you so that way you know exactly who are the go-to people, okay? Awesome. Let me go ahead and admit some people. Also, we'd like to welcome our newest agents to the office. Maria Vargas, is Maria here? Okay. Alec Fong, is Alec here? And then George, I saw George. George, let's give him a round of applause. George, stand up. George, tell us a little bit. I know his history. It's a pretty interesting history of where George stemmed and ultimately where he landed here. So he's been in the industry for a very, very long time. He's been licensed since 1984. Most of you have not even been born yet. Yeah. But tell us a little bit about yourself, George.
Yeah, I started in 84 the nation for Century 21.
You're going to have to speak up a little bit more.
Yeah, I was in Century 21, the first job, 2121 Carson Street, which is.
He's being very detailed about it, right?
So I spent like the first 6 months, no money, spent money on flyers and stuff. And after 6 months, I got my first commission, which is 2,300. So yeah, but after that, they will get used on the field, and I got my broker license in 1992, and I think I had an office with a mortgage company and 3 agents. But I had a family with the kids and stuff, and the real estate, sometimes you cannot depend on supporting the family. So I left it. I don't left it. I just like keep it, and I want to be on full time. So I joined the county. I was an appraisal for business. So
The county is
yeah, for the tax assessor office. For this job, you cannot work in real estate because that's the confidence. Information. So you can conflict of interest. So I renew it like every year, every 4 years. And when I retired, like 2 weeks ago, I came back to my field, like my real estate.
So true story. He retired on Friday.
Yeah.
On Monday, on this day. That's awesome. Yeah.
real estate your retirement.
Yeah. Awesome. Let's go ahead and continue next. So Pacific Coastline Escrow. Does everyone know what Pacific Coast Escrow is here in the office? Where? Upstairs. Yeah, it's upstairs, folks. Okay. All you have to do is 2 things. There's some stairs in the back, stairs in the front, an elevator for the convenience to go upstairs, with the first door to the left from the front. Go in and say hello to the phenomenal escrow officer, Lisa, and her assistant. Okay, they're here to provide you with support. So this is again something that I'm going to be pressing upon you to utilize our in-house escrow. Okay, so Pacific Coastline. But also, Chris transaction coordinator do. Stays in compliance, helps you with paper. Again, she's been in it for a very, very, very long time. So please make sure if you have any questions, the minute that you open escrow, it doesn't matter who you represent, if it's the seller or the buyer, you immediately want to get your TC involved. Why? Because her job is to get you paid on time, right? And also for compliance purposes too. We go out and just connect with people. Her job is to do the internal paperwork, push paper, communicate, and ultimately get your file approved so that way when the deal closes, your commission check is ready to be given to you. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right, so who's your TC? Chris, so. All right, quick announcement. If an email we have on file is not a Gmail, okay? These are for people that do not have a Gmail address. You may have a pending Google group invitation in your inbox. Please accept the invitation and stay updated with all the latest that KW South Bay has. Okay, so make sure you're checking your emails and the invitation because you'll be possibly be missing a lot of stuff that we're constantly pushing every single day, every single week. Okay, questions? All right. All of our July agents. Wow, look at the list of people here. Amazing. Okay. June had a big list too. So if you are a July birthday, can you please stand up? Any Julys in here? No July? Well, happy birthday. Serena, happy birthday. Yeah. Happy birthday. Okay. Here's our virtual cake. Three agents for the month of July. Amazing agents as part of the July anniversary. So we're super stoked and happy to be in business with all of our phenomenal agents. Thank our launch sponsor, Signs. Where's Mr. Jaime at? All right. He actually brought one of my favorite places, which is Lascaris. Sure did. You originally said the other place.
Yeah, I changed it up because I didn't want to bring any hot food. I wanted to.
Yeah. No, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Thank you.
So Jaime, take it away. Rapid Signs. What do you do, sir?
Rapid Signs, we are located in Long Beach. We are here to help you guys out with all your marketing needs. For sale signs, open house signs. We have a retail store open Monday through Saturday. Saturdays, we are open from 9 to 1. In case you guys are in need of any emergency signs or frames or aid stands. We have a wide variety. We have the real estate attire, the hoodies, the hats, the t-shirts on hand. You guys gotta come and pay us a visit. We got some pretty neat stuff over there. You can never get Meny out of there. He's always there. But yeah, just keep in mind, turnaround time for signage is 5 business days. Okay. So don't wait till the last second. I see it often. You just picked up a listing, they signed today, you call, give me a buzz, hey, I need to sign. They just signed a contract. So I tell everybody, have your marketing ready, your signage, right? And if not, if you need like a rush job, I mean, we can do it. We just gotta hold some of the printers to do the printing. There's gonna be a little bit of a fee tacked onto that. But yeah.
Say hi, Steve.
Yes.
Are you have a new office in Long Beach or San Fe Spring?
Long Beach, new office.
Your holders.
Yes. We're in Long Beach, so.
Whereabouts in Long Beach?
We're off of Alameda and what's that cross street? Right by the golf course.
Okay.
But yeah, we're there.
But
Yes.
for signs, is it better to come in person or can you do it online or?
Normally, what I tell the agents is, a lot of times you really don't know what you're ordering. If you can come in, because we have different substrates and I just want to make sure that you get something that you're going to be happy with. So yeah, you're more than welcome to come in. Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any bundles?
We do have bundles. We have what's called the new agent starter kit, which consists of for sale signs, open house signs, and even business cards. So, yes. Anyone else?
I thought I saw someone else over there. Any other questions for Jaime? So what exactly stuff do you do for sale signs, open house directionals? Tell us a little bit more.
We pretty much try to make you guys' job as easy as possible. We do for sale signs, of course, open house signs. If you guys pick up a commercial listing, we do the commercial signs as well, either the wooden ones. And then when you call in to place an order for a banner because you have a listing, commercial building, what we do is we normally pull up the address to see what's best going to fit that property. It's either going to be a commercial sign that goes in the ground, or if it's going to be a banner up in the building. So, we'll give you guys our best opinion. We also do the printing on paper, business cards, postcards, trifolds, flyers, whatever you guys need, water bottle labels, letterheads. So we try to make it as easy as possible and offer everything under one roof to make it more convenient. So that's what we got. Yes, sir.
I've purchased about 5 banners or 4 or 5 banners from Meny. The banners are good. They sold all my commercial properties in Long Beach.
Yeah.
They're very sturdy and the weather didn't do anything to them. They're still, they're very, very good banners. So if you need banners for commercial properties, it's the MNC.
Best quality in town, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Claudia.
Oh, yes.
How long does it take to get the business cards?
5 business days. From the day you approve it is 5 business days. Okay. And we do offer the different papers, the suede, the silk, or the standard. So we offer a wide variety on those as well. You're welcome. Yes.
Signs. Do you guys sell the stands also?
Yes, as a matter of fact, they just came in. Nobody had them for the past 2 months. The ship just stocked. We actually got them yesterday, so we do have them available right now. Anything else?
All right. Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Simon. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, make sure, does everyone have flyers? We also have some up in the wall too, if you want to get literature or information about Rapido signs. I've been working with Jaime, gosh, since the nineties, when his establishment was in Santa Fe Springs. Well, let's go ahead and continue. So, thank you for showing up. Our guest speakers, as many of you know, who are going to be coming up shortly. It's something that when I heard it the first time at the Long Beach office, I says, I got to get these two here to explain wealth, right? So I thought, look, and we've been postponing it because of conflict of times and dates. Well, we finally have them here. So let's give a round of applause to Meny, Atias, and Halley Hardy here to give you some information on wealth. Yes.
Thought you were gonna say we postponed the building because everyone has so much wealth, we don't need to build it. Is that where it started? Yeah.
Halley's not driving now, so you're gonna put the lake over there.
And it already echoes in here, so I think it's.
Is this that Zoom one or is this the extra mic? Okay, good, it's both.
It's echo in the sense.
That's great. So anyways, you guys, thank you so much for having us over here today. I am Halley Hardy. I'm the CEO and team leader of Keller Williams Coastal in Long Beach. Of course, I have my wonderful partner, Meny. You guys know him, who's the operating principal over in Long Beach and GM over here. So I'm sure you've seen the faces. But we had the pleasure of going to a really amazing session in class done by someone named Mark King. Has anyone heard of Mark King? Yeah. Yes, Mark King.
I guess most are not familiar because only one person raised his hand. So
let's explain a little bit more.
Mark King has been with KW for over 20 years, and he was the up until last year the company's president. I argue he was the best president this company ever had. He was excellent. So. And then and by the way, he started as a solo agent, then a team. And then a team leader, and then in the region, etc., until he became the president of the company nationwide, internationally, which is it's a big path, right? Last year, both him and his wife decided to step down from those roles and just focus on training and education. Throughout his years of experience, he learned and he implemented different ways of how to build wealth in real estate, right? clearly this is something that most agents don't realize up until a certain point. Don't realize that we are the gatekeepers of what? Wealth. Of wealth.
Wealth.
Right? Exactly like that. And what kind of wealth? Real estate.
Yeah.
The best type of wealth. And there's multiple ways to go about it, and it's never too early, never too late to start. And we need to share some of the wisdom that Mark taught us. It was only like a 1-day class, a full day. So we're gonna go through it, fairly quickly. We are working as a region to bring him for that one full day to teach you guys about, the whole scope of the seminars. Definitely worth it.
Yeah,
So,
just to kick us off too, because Benny talked about generational wealth. So did you know that the average net worth in America is $191,000? Okay, so think about that. California, Kentucky, wherever you are. But in reality, the average home equity is $200,000. So do you guys see the correlation between the two? Do you notice the fact that people are building their net worth sometimes solely just from their property investment? So we're going to talk a little bit about that, investing. And then we're also going to talk a lot about other different ways that we should be investing and building wealth in our business.
do you know how to calculate net worth?
Good question.
Anybody want to explain?
Really good question.
Liability,
Huh?
asset less liability.
Yeah, whatever you own minus the liabilities. Whatever you own a car, you own a house, you own a business, you own stocks, or what have you. Liabilities is whatever you pay money to keep. So that the mortgages part, if you have a car, it can be a liability.
It could be a liability.
Etc. And those kind of stuff. So if you take that minus this is how much you're worth in a sense of net worth, right? You're worth that, but just in the sense of those terms.
And that's such a good first step, just calculating your net worth, right? To yourself, because you're helping your clients improve their net worth. So in order to have that educated conversation, we first want to practice on ourselves, not practice on our clients, right? Okay, so say this with me, you guys. Are you ready? So follow me and say that, repeat after me. I am the CEO. Okay, let's say it all together. Ready? I am the CEO of
Me Inc.
What does that mean? What does it mean to be the CEO of you? Well, you guys know what it means to be the CEO of the office, right? You come into work, you do this, XYZ. But what is being the CEO of you? What does that mean? That means being in charge of the finances. That means overseeing all of your educational opportunities, your growth, your wealth, etc. But we have to shift our mindset to be more of that self-discovery and really growth phase, right?
And then, if you're the CEO of Meny Inc. of yourself, the first question you need to ask yourself is, will I hire me to run my own company?
Right.
If it's heck yeah, you're in a good place.
Yes.
Which is you understand who you are, and then you have mileage away to keep growing, which is amazing. If you say no, that's okay too, because you understand that you don't know everything, and then there's a path for you to learn to become the CEO of your own company. Does that make sense?
Yes. We can't live in the victim mentality of saying, I'm not growing wealth because of X, right? We have to be accountable to our success, because at the end of the day, we're the ones running the company. And the company is our lives. It's not just our businesses, it's our lives, it's our pocketbooks, it's everything else. So when you're running a company, what else do you have in a company? You have a whole board of directors, right? You have the CEO's not there crunching numbers and turning in the P&Ls every month, right? Like, look at the Keller Williams model. We have amazing people like Natalie and Rojo and Stephanie, Everett, Fred, everyone helping out with multifacets. So the question is, who's on your board of directors? Because if you're the CEO, it means other people need to hold those positions, right?
And one thing that Mark mentioned is that some of the board directors he had are Warren Buffett or Elon Musk, or one of them I think passed away 100 years ago. So it can be anybody you can imagine, even if they're not really your physical board members. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if you subscribe to a personality or to a coach or what have you, this person should be one of your board members, because you do follow their advice to some extent, but it's a different way of thinking.
So we're going to break down a few more about the wealth and tax and financial strategists. But do you guys notice that those are three separate positions? Those are three separate positions. So your accountant should not be your wealth strategist, right? Your tax preparer should not be your wealth strategist. We're going to talk about that a little bit more. But those three key parts, it's important to know that they're separate groups of people. Then you have your insurance agent. Oh, don't skip yet, because that one's really important. Then you have your insurance agent. You guys, your insurance agent not only helps your personal business, but also helps your real estate business. Think of how hard it is to get insurance on properties right now. Are you guys having difficulties with that? We're seeing escrows being held up by that kind of stuff. Now imagine if you had someone that was helping you to such a high degree that you could then refer them to your clients. That you can say, hey, here's a couple people you can talk to, right? They should be on your board of directors. Last one is a realtor or attorney. Now, how many of you guys read realtor on the screen and went, well, I'm a realtor. Why would I need a realtor on my board? Right? Has anyone ever invested property out of state or out of area? Okay, good. We have a couple of hands raised. Are you the expert in Idaho or Kentucky or North Carolina? No, right? It may be someone who's a realtor in another area if you're investing. Or if you like to get in trouble a lot, that person might be an attorney. Right? The fifth one down at the bottom that you want to have in your group. Okay.
And just to add to that, all those resources are people that you can refer business to,
yes.
Right? Because someone's going to call you, most likely going to say, hey, you know a good 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes.
Of course I do, right? And vice versa. When you have such relationship, then you can make sure to ask those kind of referrals from your key people as well.
So important.
But when it comes to building wealth strategy, those are key individuals. So make sure to take a picture of this. So write those down and ask yourself, do I have one of those key individuals in my life in order for me to get to where I wanna be?
Every high net worth individual has these people, and usually and then some. Okay. Okay, so we talked a little bit about the finances. It's important for us to understand the difference between an advisor and a planner. So Mark coaches based on his experience and the coaching clients that he's helped in the past, that he coaches that you should be the financial advisor. And this is why, because a financial advisor is the person that's actually setting the goals, but they're in that nitty gritty of every day. So think of things like, crypto or some of the things that you guys may be investing in frequently. You should be in charge of that stuff. Why? There's more of a connection. Okay, if you hire someone to do that, they're just looking at the numbers. They're just looking at the net. They don't have the emotional connection that you have when you lose money, right? They just simply do not. So you should be in charge of that. You're focusing on managing the investment portfolios and building wealth. Second is the qualified professional is the one you want to get to be the financial planner. Okay, so that's the person that's saying, hey, in order to reach your goals in retirement in 65 years, you need X many of properties invested in your total net worth in order to be able to get enough money to take care of you and your family and your kids, so on. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. We have to understand the difference between the two. You hire the planner, you are the advisor. Okay, good.
Taxes. So that was a funny moment when he shared, stop, FISBOing your own taxes, right? FISBO stands for? Anybody here with FISBO sellers?
Fred does.
Yeah,
look at that smile.
That's Fred.
Yeah.
So it's like, the type of seller, I know it all. I just want to, cut costs or what have you. So don't raise your hand, but if you are doing your own taxes, right? Ask yourself a question, not like, can I do it? Or maybe I'm sitting here or there, is what are you missing?
Yes.
What are you missing? Because I can tell you that if you're in a specific income bracket that doesn't necessarily to be too high, not self-employed as a 1099, right? From your commissions or other streams of income, you would pay, let's just say, $3,000 to a CPA to deal with taxes, and that $3,000 will save you, let's say, $30,000. As just an example, is that a good trade? Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Okay, here's 3,000,
Yes.
and they give me 30,000.
Yes.
Okay, absolutely, that's not taking cash, it's gonna drop your tax obligation,
Yeah.
right? So if you are doing your own taxes, fire yourself, like as fast as you can, because unless you're a CPA, right? But even if you're a CPA, are you specializing in real estate
That's
taxes
key.
specifically?
That's key.
And I talk to my CPA regularly, and raise your hand if you're using a CPA or even an accountant. Raise your hand if you're using CPA or an accountant. Okay. Raise your hand if you spoke to them the last 30 days. Okay, you should catch up with them. If you're gonna call them, if they're not weirdly, strangely enough, super excited, you have the wrong CPA or an accountant.
Right.
Okay, my CPA is so excited. I'm like, are you okay? Because, huh?
Tiny note,
Yes.
but you have to be really good bookkeeper.
That's a whole different conversation.
Very
Yeah,
important.
no, you do not have to be a good bookkeeper. You need to have someone who
Yes.
is a good bookkeeper that holds you accountable. But the CPAs right now are very excited because they pass some bills that are very favorable to us realtors in this industry. Okay, so there's a lot of things that you need to learn and understand, but the job is not really to learn the tax code of the United States. It's about that thick, right? Is to hire someone that's what they do. They're the nerd of that industry. You're just here to, help others to build wealth and build wealth for yourselves. Make sense?
And just like Meny said, because they're on your board of directors, you have to have that type of relationship with them. They need to be available, even via email or questions, because it could literally cost you thousands of dollars. It's the number one expense you will pay in your life is income taxes. The number one expense. And when we think about saving money here, 10 cents here, a couple dollars here by going to a different store, it's nothing compared to the impact we can have by talking to the right CPA.
Yeah, and then even though Halley looks like a CPA, we're not CPAs.
We're not
We're not
CPAs.
CPAs. I'm giving to give you tax advice or legal advice. However, one thing you should know is tax codes are written, right, in order for us to implement them. So if you have tax obligation and then you have tax codes that help you to not to pay taxes, so there's a reason for it. It's not to avoid taxes, it's to understand how to utilize the system properly.
Yes.
To make more money, to invest more, to grow your business, to hire more people, to help more people. Again, invest your actual income in different vessels, mostly real estate. And all of you guys, if you are, raise your hand if you're incorporated, LLC, S Corp, C Corp. Okay, not enough. Not enough. You're missing out. You're missing out. Maybe because it didn't make enough money, income yet in that sense. Like one specific year, what have you. That's another reason to invest. I opened my corporation before I made real money, because that was an incentive for myself. Okay, I have to justify that. Not big of an expense relatively, but I want to live up to that. Structure.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's one of the most American things you can do is working the system. Right? It's there for you. It was built for a reason. The codes, they don't hide them. They're public. It's just that you have to know enough about what works, what doesn't. And again, Meny brought up a really good point. Make sure your CPA knows real estate, because that is completely different too. When you're helping someone file taxes, that's a small business. Not all small businesses are the same. And just like Meny said, there's specific ones that apply to real estate.
And we're gonna add more pointers, when it comes down the slides. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So one of the reasons I call them, hey, I'm thinking about making a business expense. Should I do it like this or should I do it like this? Hey, I'm looking to market in my business. Should we buy it this way or should we do this way? Hey, I heard about a new bill or I saw it on Facebook and I scrolled through and it said that it can save me XYZ. What's your take on it? Right? Does this apply to me? That's the kind of stuff I ask.
Yeah, and you always want to ask, even if you're using the same person over and over again, right? If the person who is guarding your money, okay, doesn't come to you similarly as you, the gatekeepers of real estate. Raise your hand if you have a buyer. Raise your hand if you're working with a buyer. Anybody? Okay, so Do you know what your buyer is looking for? Okay, if this thing is gonna show up on the MLS, or if you're gonna come across with an opportunity off market, are you gonna tell your buyer, hey, listen, I got these things for you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What's the difference? So your CPA or your accountant or what have you need to call you regularly, or if you have like, quarterly meetings once a year, whatever, and tell you there are some updates I wanna share with you. Now,
Yeah.
if that's not the behavior, I would say change this professional, or if you do engage them, okay, ask, hey, any updates, any changes in the laws that I need to know today so I can implement still in 2025. So when are you gonna file my taxes? Not even next year, because when is the taxes due this year? October. Yeah, you guys should know this.
Yeah, we have to know this.
You guys should know this, like instantly. Something like I'm gonna ask you something about real estate. This is obligation. This is not just like a fancy presentation. We're urging you to be better at what your clients think that you already are. They're reaching out to you not because they think you're gorgeous. That's one thing. And okay, you know about real estate. You helping people to make one of the biggest investments in their life.
Yes.
So they assume that you know about this and about that and all the good stuff. It's important, right? It doesn't work. Next slide.
It's not working.
Next slide.
Thank you to Deuce.
Natalie, I don't know if it's a screen. Well, I don't have the screen on my laptop, so let's.
Who's got it up? No?
Okay.
Okay, so we just talked we got real talk a little bit with the taxes, and I know that's everyone's favorite topic, okay? But now we're gonna shift our gears a little bit different. In order to be able to help someone grow personal wealth, whether it's yourself or others, we really need to understand what the consumer is thinking right now, okay? We really have to get in depth of it. So I'm gonna, this is group participation, okay? What's the percentage of consumers that feel the housing market is too expensive right now? What percentage would that be? 75, I heard. Who else?
100.
Oh, 100%. Everyone thinks it's too expensive. I love that. Who else? 45%. Okay, great. Next slide. 80%. 80% of consumers feel this market is too expensive right now. Now, I don't know about you, but too expensive is a very vague gauge. Because what one person thinks that $50 is too expensive, the next person thinks $50,000 is too expensive, right? So we have to understand consumer sentiment. What's this one? How many percentage of people feel that interest rates are too high?
90.
90, 99. I love that. 95%. You guys are all in the 90s. Get ready for this one. 65% of average consumers feel interest rates are too high.
And that's, by the way, a few months old, so it's probably right now.
Less than that.
That's it.
Now, why is it only 65 and not 99 or 100, like some of you guys said? Why is it only 65? They're in the back.
Yep.
Make sure.
Love it.
Because people that have been around long enough know that 6 or 7% rated.
Ding, ding, ding. You guys think of the average consumers.
Repeat what he said.
Say that again. Okay, yeah. So just to repeat it. So, I'll move over to you because I think you're going to say it great. Say it again.
Oh, because most people that have been around a while know that a 6 or 7% rate is not a high interest rate for a home.
Not everyone is purchasing homes for the first time. Am I right? A lot of people already own homes that bought at, say, 13, 14, 17%. So their judgment of what is too high is totally skewed. Right? We're looking at the last 5 years and going, what do we know? At one point, they were almost below 3 during COVID. Now they're over 3, in the 6s. I'm sure the lenders would love to talk about that. But at the end of the day, it is half of what a majority of consumers that are currently homeowners are already experiencing. Okay? Next one. How many feel the housing supply is too low? How many? Yes?
90.
30, 90. Okay. We got a little bit of span. Okay, Meny? 80% of people still feel that they don't have enough choices when they buy. So think about, as we're talking with clients and potential consumers, the dialogue that we're using. We know from Phil and Jones, the words that we use impact our situations when it comes to sales and closing on homes. And when we're talking about that, saying, hey, I have options. Hey, I have a new program at my office called KW Exclusives. Can I tell you about it? Oh, well, that's where we e-blast and we know all these off-market properties, right? Ooh, we get coming soon. So think about starting to put that in your dialogue, knowing that that's where the consumer's head is at. You want to talk about this one, Meny? Obviously, it's a little bit outdated since I know you just went over it the other day, but still.
So this is a good website, by the way. Look it up, Fred, Fred, like this Fred over there. Same thing.
Fred TM. There you go.
Okay, so this is a fact, by the way, that buyers that are panicking about the current rates are about 40 years old or younger. Okay, and do your own kind of assessment in people that you work with by the age bracket, more or less. Why is that? Anybody care to explain? What's the relation between that age to rates?
Because people who bought in 60s, 70s rates were my.
Okay, so if you bought a house in the 80s, Fred, what was the percentage?
18%.
17, 18. 18%.
18.
Now we know the there's other factors too, but if you
Still.
just talk about the rate itself, 7% today, is it better than 18%?
Yes.
Okay, not to talk even about affordability and other factors. Doesn't matter how much the house was worth back then because it's all, there's inflation and other parts to it. But this is a great source that shows you that whoever is panicking right now about the rates, and by the way, Fernando, we've been experiencing a few rate drops the last few weeks, correct?
Today, 3/4 of July, we're going down. We still got positive data for a few things I'm gonna talk about.
He's going to be technical. The answer is yes. Okay.
Yeah.
The rate keeps slowly dropping. Okay, it's not 8, not the high 7s or what have you, and it's gonna go towards that path slowly but surely. Okay, so and we also as of yesterday, if you're gonna go to this website nationwide, you're gonna see there's 2.25% increase in refinancing applications.
Yes.
Okay, that's a good sign as well. So because it means there's like more, okay, that I have a better rate to walk towards than I had when I purchased the house 6 months ago, a year ago, what have you.
That's great. Okay, so this slide is one that he had put out. Again, it is a national slide. So we know the average housing is probably not about $2,000 a month here in Southern California, right? That would be really lovely. Obviously, it's inflated and it's national, but what's really important is to understand the percentages. So look at the percentage. The average consumer spending 1/3 of their income on their housing, but they're also spending 16, almost 17% on their transportation. It's their car. So someone's spending, the average consumer is spending that much of their income on their car, their vehicle, which we know is what? A depreciating asset. It's not like homes. It's not like investing here in Southern California, right? So that's something to look at. And then look at the whole estimates versus reality. How many of you guys have a streaming service subscription? Raise your hand. Hulu, Netflix. Okay, great. How many of you have 2? Or maybe even 3 or 4? The number can go on and on and on, right? Now, it's important to understand the average consumer doesn't even fully realize how much they're spending on monthly subscriptions because $5 here doesn't equate to anything when you're doing $5 here and $5 here and $7 here. Hulu just raised their prices. They did a price increase. It's getting to be where you're subscribing to so many services now that you have to really understand what it is. So basically, the first estimate of the average consumer said, hey, out of subscription costs, I'm paying $86 a month. This is my guess. But in all reality, it was multiple times that, and it was $219. Okay? So your first step, if you hear nothing else today, you don't go get a CPA or anything else, I want you guys to sit down and audit your subscription services. When was the last time you watched something? Let's cancel it for a month, see if we need it again, and bring it up, because that money really does add up.
And this is pretty much equivalent to having a bucket full of holes. And trying to shuffle water from here to here. You might get some, but you're gonna lose most of it in the process. Or you have holes full of holes in your pockets, basically, like when it comes to spending money. So the first exercise, really the first step to build wealth is to eliminate your expenses as much as possible, right? Some things are, it's a must, right? But some things are luxury, are extra. And the question is, like, do I really need to have it, or do I want it? And some other things, it's just a matter of subscription.
Yeah.
Well, there's other things you can do. If you're gonna subscribe to T-Mobile, for example, you're gonna get the free Netflix access, right? Or and other stuff, AAA, etc. So do I really need to spend that whatever AAA costs a year, or I can get it at no cost because I'm already gonna use the phone anyways, right? So, or maybe there's shared community, maybe a family member, maybe a neighbor, maybe whatever that is. So be savvy about this, but this is the first step to kind of clean that piece, because you can bring money and then it's like it's vanished because there's too many holes. Make sense? Yeah. Next one.
Okay, this is a map of the most Googled financial topics by state. So look at this, because this is extremely eye-opening, and hopefully you guys can see it really clear there. We have a good part of the country there that's Googling foreclosures, right? But what's California Googling? Cash advance. Why does someone get a cash advance?
So you can't be in your goals.
Since they can't pay, something happened, they need money right away. They need something right away. If you own real estate, what is the real estate version of a cash advance?
Down payment.
Home equity line.
So yeah, home equity line, got it. Maybe it's refinancing to lower their payment. The point is there's clients out there, there's market share out there that they're Googling cash advances. So are we having that conversation? Hey, Mr. Homeowner, you might need cash right away before you go to do a cash advance. Let's talk about your options that you have. You can sell your house, you can refinance, you can blah, 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 right? Talk about that. That one was eye-opening. So many foreclosures.
Very interesting, by the way, to see what other states are doing. Yes.
With foreclosure comply or the works for foreclosure, do you know the reason for that?
Good question. No, it's just the most Googled topic. We don't know.
You can go and ask, maybe ChatGPT. That's a good question.
Yeah, really good
Yeah.
question.
They're checking on the status of the market, to see where it's going with high interest rates. Because we've had a foreclosure syndrome in probably 20 years. Our last foreclosure syndrome was in the '90s, right? So we have it in like 2008. So we haven't had anything since 2007 or 2008. And by the history, if you want to go look at history, look at graphs. Or do. It's, history, they say
Yes.
history repeats itself, but keeping interest rates high will cause some financial distress
And
somewhere along the line.
just to add to that, if you study the market, you'll know where counties see a turnover of foreclosures. Usually you'll see it in the IE, San Bernardino County, Riverside County, and then it extends to the other counties.
And remember, this is what people are Googling. Now, does it mean everyone's going out and getting a cash advance? No, right? Does it mean everyone's going to go through foreclosure? For sure, to your point. No, right? We know that's not, but it doesn't mean they're not thinking about it. Doesn't mean they're not wondering about it, either through the investment side or through they're worried about getting foreclosed on and they wouldn't understand the process.
Or maybe they're hoping for something that's probably not gonna happen. Anymore.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mark King shared this exercise that you can do with your own wealth. And what this is a graph that states that wealth is a mix of time and energy, or what he likes to call BS, which literally stands for what you guys think that is. Okay? So what this graph shows, or what this chart shows, over here on the left axis going up and down, this is the number of, or these are the different streams of income that he has right now. And on the lower side is how much money he's earning. Now, it's ranked based on the highest amount of energy that he needs and time going all the way down to the bottom. So the highest one being his most time, that's his W-2 work. You have to show up every day. That's 40 plus hours a week for most salaried employees. So obviously it takes a lot of time. And he's earning about $10,000 from there. Now look at the self-employed. That takes a little bit less time. That's his real estate business. He's earning the same amount of money, but it's causing him less BS. So maybe this kind of helped give him a little bit of the aha about that presidency thing, right? Look at the apartments income over there. Look at the energy that it takes to manage his apartments, and he's earning $3K. Then look at things like single family earnings. Look down that profit share. That's passive income that he has in there. That's earning $5,000. So based on this chart, you can assess and say, is it worth my time and energy for the money that I'm getting back from this investment? Do you guys follow me?
And I would add,
Yeah.
this is important graph, take a picture of it, because it means that if you're missing any component, it means that you're missing out something
Yes.
in the box of your world of real estate, for being a realtor, for being a professional, okay? If you currently have an additional job that is like a W-2, and that employer offering you 401k, match, no match, take it, okay? You can have multiple of them, it doesn't have to be like just one. I mean, you have annual max, but that's, talk to your CPA. And if you're self-employed, that can go to Roth IRA and other vessels. It's all about, the whole different topic, different conversation. Pay yourself first. Anybody familiar with that concept? Pay yourself first, right? That's how you pay yourself first. Now, because all of us are expert to pay the bills, pay others. Here's AT&T, here this, here that. Pay yourself first, right? So again, and look over here, is return from like a retirement account is almost as great as his full-time job, that hustle. And you know what he's doing over here? Nothing. You put the money in a vessel and you basically forget about it, right? Clearly, there's probably like someone who's helped to manage his fund,
I'm
etc.
sure.
He didn't mention an amount; it's a substantial amount, but it doesn't matter what it is, right? Even if you start with $1,000, to invest in yourself, it's going to grow gradually, and it's never too late. It is never too late. Money will compound no matter what. Clearly, if you do it like much earlier, it has bigger effect, but it's never too late.
Great. Thanks, Meny. Okay, so these are the retirement financial buckets. Who's thinking about retirement? Everyone's hand should be raised because we should all think about retirement. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be selling homes at 95 with my walker going my DRE number 000 whatever, right? I don't want to be doing that. I want to be sitting on a beach earning passive income and enjoying time with my family. Again, at 95, it'll be wonderful. But point is that we have 3 buckets that we need to understand when it comes to retirement because we need to diversify our investments, okay? So some of you may have 1 or 2 already, but it's important for us to understand 3. So our first bucket that we have is our volatile or active investments. These are things that need to live and breathe with our lives. Think of crypto. It changes based on the moment. It's a 24-hour market, right? Think of your general stock investings. If any of you guys have Robinhood or are doing investments through other companies, those are things that are volatile. It can change minute by minute and day by day. So those aren't going to be as secure. Now, you may have higher gross returns than you will have from some of your other investments. But again, this is stuff that takes a lot of your energy. So we need to diversify. And then that second bucket is our hold. Those are things that we're going to invest in and we're going to hold it. So think about things like real estate and you're going to turn around and rent it, right? Think about things like businesses. Do you guys know you're investors in businesses? You invest in your own business. Every time you pay a monthly fee to your board, that's investing in a business. Every time you guys have business expenses, that's investing in a business. Mark talked about businesses being one of the greatest returns underutilized by realtors. Right? Think about that. You can invest in businesses. Then we have our nest egg category. These are our safety things. These are something that's a little bit more secure. Think about the Dow. Think about your 401k, mutual funds, life insurance. Those are things like that you kind of just set it and forget it. You kind of just keep adding to that bucket, but you're not doing the volatile stuff. A lot of agents are making that mistake by just staying in 1 or 2 of those buckets, and we want to make sure we're very diversified. Lastly, these are a good book, really, really good things that Mark shared. Obviously, there's some other books that are missing from the list. Someone brought up the fact they said, where's Robert Kiyosaki on there? I think is what they said. Oh, no, he's on there. Okay, good. There was someone else that they said was on there. And these are the books that he reads. He talks about those being the board of director books, right? So these are something you guys fuel your brains with financial information, start learning about it, because those that are gaining true massive wealth are reading it all the time.
And reading a book is pretty much like, having a conversation with this individual, whoever is like on the cover, right? Pretty much. And point to yourself to maybe read a book. If it's too heavy and you're not a book person, if you listen, like I cannot listen, like I cannot do audiobooks, right? I have to read a book. But if it's too heavy for you, maybe, listen, maybe one book a month. If that's even too heavy already, right? Maybe once a quarter. Like I said, I'm gonna finish this book. I have 3 months, 90 days to finish this book. Commit to it. I mean, really, it's gonna take, if it's gonna be interesting, it's gonna take you maybe not even a week, technically, right? But subscribe to some of those elements, because even if you read the same book multiple times, or you already know this, know that, things change so fast. Tap into it, get curious about those kind of things.
That's it?
That's all we have.
Okay, thank you guys. Thank you.
Good job, Halley.
Thank you. Thank you, Holly. Thank you, Meny. Good information.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people taking photos on it. So yeah, this is, again, the beautiful thing of what we do is the ability to help people, right, in creating wealth. But you, as a licensed real estate professional, have that ability too as well. So good information. Halley, thank you very much. Meny, thank you very much. Let's give them a round of applause. I know we're pressed on time. I'm not sure if I'm going to have time to run by the broker update, and that's okay. All right. That gives me an opportunity for next week to boil it in for you. Okay. So that means you have to be here next Wednesday. Okay. All right. So listing pitches, buyer needs and wants. Anyone? Jim, usually you have something.
I just reduced the house in Northridge, brand new pool home remodel, 2,700 square feet, 3 bedrooms, a den or 4th bedroom, to 1,499.
Beautiful.
Very good deal right now.
Awesome. Anyone else?
Marina, by end of July, it's 1.5, 1.5, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, high-rise condo.
Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you, Farah. I saw someone raise their hand. Yes, Nina.
I have a buyer need in Bakersfield. They're looking for a 5-bedroom, 3-bath, at least half an acre lot, and preferably off market for a veteran couple.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Anyone else? New listing.
So 5-bedroom, 4-bath,
City?
Norwalk.
City of Norwalk. New listing.
Yeah, but coming soon, so it's not on the market quite yet, but if you guys have buyers that are in the area, reach out to me.
Beautiful.
So 1,050,000.
Beautiful. Awesome. All right. Anyone else?
Hi, Simon. Can I pitch my listings? It's Christine.
Hey, Christine. Yes, absolutely.
Hi, everybody. I have a gorgeous lakefront coming in Westlake Village on the lake in Westlake. It's actually going active tomorrow. It's 1158 South Westlake Boulevard, Unit D. It's listed at 1.349. This is super rare property because it's lakefront and there's only a handful of them there. That one, call me if you have any questions or look it up on MLS. The other one I have is in Calabasas, behind the gate, Calabasas Park Estates, but Palatino. It's 3829 Calle Joaquin, and it is listed at 1,899.
Beautiful. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
And what's all right, let's continue. Just listed. So we have Jane Lou Baker has a property in Gardena on Emerald Lane. Eric and Javier have a property in Los Angeles, 2287 West 29th Place. And Gabriela and Michelle have a listing in the city of Gardena, 14904 Miller Avenue. Okay. Listing information, MLS ID, listing price, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, 1,000 square feet, all of the information. If you have any questions, you can definitely reach out to them. Derek has a property in Huntington Beach, 1.595, 4 bedrooms, 2 bath, 2,100 square feet. Brandon has a property in Wilmington. It's a 4-bedroom, 1.5 bath, 1,256 square feet. That one is 699,000. Carolina has a listing in the city of Reseda. It's a 4-bedroom, 2 bath, 2,100 square feet. Listing price is 1,595. Laura and the Laura and the Hop and Murphy team have a listing in the city of Redondo Beach. It's a 1.499. It's a 2-unit duplex, 1,575 square feet. Margaret has a listing in the city of Los Angeles. It's a 2-unit, 1,681 square feet. And Sharon has a listing in Inglewood. Listing price is $500. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1128. Okay, so for broker update, we're going to skip today. I know you're disappointed, but I will promise you, I will come back next week, and that'll be the first topic of a broker update. So we're going to go ahead and bypass all this just for the sake of time. Fernando, any lender updates for us?
Well, first of all, based on that presentation we just saw, that's not much more for me to say.
Yeah.
But, I will tell you guys, on an annual basis, median income households, 60 to 70% of them have the majority of their wealth in their home. Low income households, 80% of their wealth is in their home. So let's just call it 70%, right? Split the middle. Every time you guys help a client buy their house or a home, over the long run, that is probably their biggest asset. That's where the majority of their wealth is. So more so than that. By the way, you can almost laugh at their financial planner because they didn't do that for them. You can go, ha, look, you made $1 million. You bought this house 20 years ago. You're up $1 million. And what's your 401k up since? You know, maybe up 300,000 or 400,000, maybe 5, but nowhere near what the real estate is. So I will leave you with that. Real quick, the MBA just announced higher or lower. What is the percentage of refinance activity this week compared to last year at the same time? Is it higher or lower?
Higher.
Okay, good. Now, what is the percentage increase? And you get a treat.
40%.
20%.
All right, I'm gonna go with you. It's 56% higher this week than a week ago last year. All right, now, to get you even more excited, purchase applications, higher or lower right now than they were 1 year ago.
Higher.
Okay, good. Now, what is that percentage increase? Purchase. Yeah.
35%.
Who said that? Wait.
35%.
I'm gonna go with you. It's 25%. So if you think about it, there you go. You're 25. Oh my goodness. Yeah. We're 25% higher in mortgage applications just to purchase than we were 1 year ago. Wow. So that should be signaling a lot to you guys. And I will tell you, last month, we had a great first quarter starting off this year. And then everything went to S in April and May. And June was our biggest month of the year. July is going to shatter. Okay, based on all the loans that are coming in and where things are at. That's because I don't know if you guys, some of you get my videos or not. I get a lot, I'm telling people, guys, it is a buyer's market, it has shifted, and now is the time to get out there and push your people. I'm seeing concessions like I've never seen. The amount of concessions and the type of concessions I'm seeing are like unheard of. It's almost like I just would have never happened 6, 9, 12 months ago. It's unbelievable. I'm seeing things between 20,000 to 50,000 back to buyers and for different various components of their transaction.
Hey, Fernando, have you
Yes.
seen a lot of buy downs?
That's part of it. So I'm seeing a lot of cases where 2-1 buy downs are happening, and every single penny of their closing costs and impact accounts are being paid for also. All of it. So in that case, on a lot of these loans, that could be 35, 40,000 all in.
That's the way to go right now.
So I tell people, I tell agents, I've seen a few other MLSs. The first thing your remark should say on your house, especially if you have a good strategy or if it's not selling, is seller willing to help with a buy down or with, you know, something. You gotta dangle carrots. I call it dangling carrots. Look at our list and lock. I don't have time for that right now. Put in the address of your property, the price, put in a 4% concession. I did it yesterday for an agent, a 30-year fix at 5.6, permanent, not buy down, permanent. So keep your price elevated. Don't piss off the neighbors by dropping them too much. Give out the concession and give somebody an opportunity for a mid 5% rate. Doesn't that a win-win for everybody, right? That happens.
Yep.
Buy a different property, now you want seller's offering that, you won't buy down.
Or whatever. I'm here to help. So just tell them that. So the more carrots you dangle to the public, if you have a listing that's not selling, the more activity and action you should get. If your seller refuses to dangle carrots, odds are it ain't gonna go very well there. So unless it's a very unique property, those do happen here. Oh, and then wait a minute, the next thing, the fun. Let's talk about fun.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about
Our yearly, I think this is our 5th annual or whatever, kayak and paddling. We're gonna do it Friday, August 8th at 1 o'clock, right there at the Redondo Beach Pier. 132 International Boardwalk is, I guess, the closest address right there. You'll see it, there's a ramp. We will go out there, you can see these are previous pictures of there's Brian and Kevin, I can't see, I don't have my glasses, Chris, so previous years, a bunch of us out there. And then right in front of that ramp is Project Barley Brewery. And we're gonna go there and have burgers and snacks and beer and fun and soda for those that don't know. And that's it. So, so keep that, put that on the calendar if you guys want. I'm sure we'll be sending more.
Awesome.
But that's it.
All right, thanks, Fernando. All right, real quick, upcoming events, friendly reminder, this Friday, July 11th, I have the contract class, the ins and outs of assignments and agreements, better known as call from AOAA form. You'll see this quite often when it comes to investments or someone switching from, personal name to an entity, their LLC or their S Corp, C Corp. So stay tuned. That'll be this Friday. And it's available because we'll dive deep into the conversation and how that form works. List to last, I know we've been consistently promoting it. July 16th, July 23rd, Master of the Art of Agreements. And our 1031 exchange training with Phil Edelman, Thursday, July 17th. And the mastermind, commercial market with Alicia Shepard. She's going to be providing us some insights. And this is more geared to commercial, but again, it's open to anyone that's interested. Again, Thursday, July 24th at 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Please make sure if you're interested to RSVP. And then our KW annual potluck and picnic, that'll be Saturday, August 16th, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Hickory Park in the city of Torrance. Okay, the cool thing, and I know we've talked about it for us that, and it's co-ed flag football, 11 to 12 p.m. Okay, it's a great time to bring your families, pet friendly as well. So come and enjoy the festivities and obviously the environment that we have here at the office. And then Secure, if you're interested, Jason Abram, make a lot more money, have a lot more time, and love your life. If you know Jason, he's a phenomenal speaker, has a lot of great stuff. I admire this guy. This guy is awesome. So Monday, October 6th, from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. It'll be here in the city of Los Angeles at the Los Angeles Airport Hotel Renaissance. So if you're interested, $25 investment is not bad. Yeah, Jason is awesome. Jason is awesome. So please, all of you should be registering for this event. Okay. You want me to go back? Okay. Quickly. 1, 2. Team, that concludes our team meeting. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right. All right, thanks. PC, make sure to stay tuned. She'll be starting momentarily. Thanks, everyone. Thank you.